Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
So God going to show John what Christ looked like. Start at verse 14.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
All right, brothers, y'all heard that? It said his head and his hairs were white like wool. Which one got white hair? Which one you see got white hair?
That one.
That one right there. Okay.
Bring it
Keep
out.
reading.
White like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes is as a flame of fire. Which one of them pictures you see with the red eyes? Bam. Okay.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
So brass is the derivative of brown, right? And it said as it's burned in a furnace.
That's right.
What color does something turn when it burns? Black, right? Country black, real black.
Right up.
So which one of them is a black image? Right there, right? So what that means? What that means Jesus is?
Bring it out.
Black. Jesus is a black man according to the Bible.
That's right.
Y'all never heard that before, ain't it? So let me ask you another question. So is Jesus black? What color is his people? Black, right? Did you know that's in the Bible though? Give me Jeremiah 14:2.
Bring it out.
Let me get Jeremiah 14:2 because we got to prove all things with this Bible.
That's right.
I don't want y'all to think I'm just saying stuff and just giving y'all some pipe dreams or something. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground.
They are black unto the ground.
That's right.
So God's people are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans according to this world, right? But according to the Bible, we got curses on us because we at the bottom of society, like I was saying earlier. We in the projects. We in the poorhouse. Just saying, plain and simple. I can say it like that. We're in the poorhouse. We barely making it. We just struggling to survive. We just getting enough to put food on our table.
Right.
And we barely got food.
Bring it out.
So where did this come from? Why did this happen? Hey, sister, what's your name?
Ebony.
Ebony. I'm do well. So what we going over now is that we the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right.
So God's people, we supposed to be on top. We supposed to be ruling. You know, everybody's supposed to be looking at us like the people to be.
Right.
But it don't look like that in this society. Now we trying to figure out why. Why when we can get shot down or get abused by the police with police brutality, nothing get done about it. It gets swept under the rug like nothing happened. Why when our people shoot each other down, you know, Black Lives Matter don't come out and say, hey, stop the killing, stop killing each other like
Bring it
that.
out.
But they can come when a white police kill a black male. They out there for that. They'll protest hard. The whole world will go protest for that. But you won't go protest in your own neighborhoods on why this killing going on. Why we selling drugs to each other. Why the men ain't taking care of their kids. Why the women being left as single parents, ruling the household. Don't nobody know the answer to these questions. But we're going to tell you today, we're going to show y'all today out the Bible. I'm not just going to talk about it, we're going to be about it with the word.
That's right.
Give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
All right, it said, but it shall come to pass. When it says shall, that means it's prophecy. It's going to happen in the near future.
Right.
That's what it's saying. All right, read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments.
All right, so God gave us law, statute, commandments that we must follow. But it's saying if we don't do his commandments or follow them and hearken to the Lord's voice, this going to happen.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it said curses shall come upon us and overtake us, right? So is a curse a good thing? You ever heard of some good curses on somebody? No, right? So a curse is a bad thing, right? So we're just gonna read a couple curses on our people,
Right.
to describe that we the children of Israel.
Bring it out.
Give me verse 46.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46.
Bring it out.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
What this talking about is the curses. The curse is going to be upon us for a sign and for a wonder.
That's right.
The sign is, just like these signs here, it tells us we the children of Israel. These curses are a sign that we the children of Israel. And the wonder, right? Because we wonder, like, why we getting shut down? Like, why I'm barely making it to survive out here? That's a big thing. Why if I can get 2-3 jobs, I still barely have enough to take care of my kids, pay all the bills, and have a little money to put up in my savings account? That's something that goes on in our community. We're going to show you why. So give me verse 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So one of the curses that's put on us, we should serve our enemies. But the Lord sent our enemies against us.
Right.
So we're gonna keep reading this verse, and I want y'all to tell me who our enemies is. Read.
Bring it out.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
All right. It says in hunger and in thirst. So if you hungry or thirsty, where you go get food?
I get the word.
You get the word when you get hungry and thirsty. So I'm talking about like edible food.
The churches.
The churches, you don't go to the store, the grocery store. So who own the grocery stores? What race of people own these stores? Say it. You can say it. Ain't no wrong with being the white people, right? The so-called white man own these, right? So water, right? You got to pay a water bill. Who we paying this water bill to? What group of people own the water system, the water supply? The so-called white man, right? So God said the so-called white man, which is an enemy to us, he sent them on us. Read.
And in nakedness.
All right, and nakedness. When you want clothes, if you look on the back of your clothes, do it say made by black people in America? No, it's some other country. Right? So, oh yeah, made in China. So guess what? God sent them as enemies against us. Made in Pakistan. God sent them as enemies against us. Made in Thailand or Taiwan. All these different places. Keep reading.
And in want of all things.
It said in want of all things. When you want to go have fun, who own the buildings to what? Chuck E. Cheese and stuff like that. You want to take your kids out somewhere. The so-called white man, right?
Bring it out.
Dave and Buster's. If you want to go to Dave and Buster's, if you want to go to some bar and grill, more than likely they got their hand in it, right?
That's right.
Right. So in the one of all things, your driver's license, your what? Welfare, food stamps, everything, death certificate, birth certificate, social security card, Medicaid card, anything you want, you got to go to them for it.
Bring it out.
But God said he gonna send them against us because we did not keep God's commandments.
Right.
So if we getting punished for not keeping God's commandments, how we can be unpunished? How we can be on top? How we can be ruling?
Bring it out.
That's right. Keep the commandments.
Right.
That's all we got to do is keep the commandments of the Lord. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says, if you hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, that means you studying day and night. You applying what's in these scriptures. You taking this seriously, right? Read.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
It says, we will be on top of the whole world if we keep all the commandments of the Lord.
That's right.
If all our people keep the commandments of God, we'll be on top of the whole world. We'll be running. They'll be have to pay us for stuff. We'll be owning the places to go out and eat at. We'll be over the water system. We'll be over all these bills, Medicaid, Medicare. We probably won't have that thing running.
Bring it out.
Give me Joshua 1 and 8.
Bring it out.
I want Joshua 1 and 8, and then after that, I want Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Yes, sir.
And then after that, we're going to go into some laws
Bring it
that they
out.
can
I'll be right back.
use today. All right, sister, make sure you come back. This thing important, right? Read.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
So that means everything we should be speaking of or should be doing should be coming out this Bible. Read.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night,
We should be studying day and night all these laws, statutes, commandments. Read.
that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then shalt thou make thy way prosperous.
All right, so we'll be prosperous if we keep the laws of God.
That's
We'll
right.
be on top if we keep the laws of God.
Right.
And then thou shalt have good success.
All right, we should have good success. What kind of good success we should have? Go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We're going to see the good success. We're going to see the prosperity that we're going to have if we keep God's laws.
Bring it out.
We're going to see the end result. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God had chosen us to be a special people, a holy people unto himself.
That's right.
And we keeping God's laws, we'll be over all people that are upon the face of the earth, right?
Right.
So let's get a couple laws that we can start applying today.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. I.U.I.C. has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. I.U.I.C, we deliver the truth.